Allied World is undergoing a change in the way in which it's trying to increase its reach, particularly across Europe at the moment. Can you explain what this transitioning process involves?
Sure. Well, when we spoke 12 months ago in Deauville, we were at the beginning of our expansion plan for Europe, and we have been working on three main work streams. The first one is obviously raising the profile of Allied World amongst the broking community in continental Europe, and we are obviously talking to all the large independent brokers and also the medium-sized brokers who might obviously find it useful to do business with us. The second work stream is the development of strategic relationships with independent MGAs around Europe. We now have strategic relationships in a number of European countries, including Italy, Scandinavia, Ireland, and the UK, obviously. And we are seeking to expand the network of MGA relationships in Europe. The strategy is very much that of focusing on one strategic relationship per country. Obviously, there might be exception to that rule, but that is our main strategy. And the third work stream is this new project, which we started a few months ago, about developing a commercial combined product for SME clients in continental Europe. This will be a web-based offering which we will make available to brokers for them to offer to their clients. The policy wordings will be in local language. The pricing will be adapted to the local market practice. And we are hoping to make a good impact on the SME market with this project, which should be ready in the first country which we are looking into at the moment in the second half of this year. So on the top of the three main work streams, we are also working on the London side of the equation, where we are expanding the number of classes of business that we write, and we are welcoming new teams of underwriters into our company. The most recent development is the trade credit and political risk team head up by Nick Hadley, who started at the beginning of this year. We are very proud of this development, and we will continue to look into additional classes of business and also trying to make our appetite more relevant to broker and clients. So on the one hand, we are working hard to get closer to European brokers and clients. On the other hand, we are working on our appetite and the product range that we can offer in London and also from other offices which we have around the region, like Dublin, Zug, perhaps in Asia, because we really want to be more relevant to brokers and clients.
Do you think, as part of that being more relevant and getting closer to customer, do you think attending events such as AMRE and having a stand here, does that really help to develop those kind of relationships?
Well, it's more than just helpful, it's necessary, because we need to talk to risk managers about Allied World, what we do, how we do it, what classes of business we like, what are our line sizes. They need to understand what we can offer to them. And we are a relatively newcomer in continental Europe, so it is important that we attend these events in order to get closer to the broking community and the community of risk managers.
Okay. And I guess now, this is clearly a sort of a long-term project to try to develop this increased reach, but do you have any other plans in terms of what you might also do next as part of that?
I think at the moment we are very much focused on delivering on these three work streams. This is at least a 5-year project. We are targeting organic growth at this stage, and this is what we are working very hard on delivering at the moment.
And you mentioned your political risk team earlier. Do you consider that political risk is perhaps the biggest threat to businesses operating on a global basis at the moment?
Well, it's certainly one of the highest exposures, particularly for businesses who trade globally. And obviously there are some countries where they might